Jim Jacobs cooperated with Warren Casey in the production of Grease. This musical challenged the two traditionalist and classic melodies of Broadway. They gave birth to this great show set in the 50s with pop and rock and roll music. The first performance of Grease took place at a warehouse theater in Chicago on February the 5th in 1971. 1 year later, the musical received 7 Tony Awards in an off-Broadway theater, and from that moment on, its success was guaranteed. Catchy melodies, youthful, simple dialogues, and a school setting also managed to involve youngsters. In the original cast, Barry Bostwick played Danny and Carol DeMar played Sandy. In 1973, a still unknown Richard Gere played the role of Danny, while Stacey Gregg was Sandy in London's theatre.
It turned colder, that's where it ends.
So I told her we'd still be friends.
Then we made our true love.
Wonder what she's doing now. Summer dreams ripped at the seams, but rose summer night.
The film version was released in 1978, bringing with its worldwide success for the musical. The protagonists were John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. The first Italian version of the musical dates back to 1997 and was created by the Compagnia dell'Arancia. Lorella Cuccarini and Giampiero Ingrassia played the main roles. Its worldwide success is not only due to the new rock and roll songs, but also to the social issues it deals with. For example, teenage pregnancy, violence between rival groups, sexuality, and abortion. Since the aim of this dissertation is to analyze the differences between translating songs for theater and for cinema, I chose to analyze the translations of 3 songs from the musical Grease: Summer Nights, You're the One That I Want, and We Go Together.
Summer loving had me a blast.
Summer loving happened so fast.
I met a girl crazy for me.
The two protagonists, Sandy and Danny, spend their summer holiday together on the beach. In the winter, they attend the same high school, and talking with their respective friends, they remember the time spent together, although they still do not know they're attending the same school. The chorus, Tell Me More, was translated with Dimmi dai, Tell Me Please, because the right translation, Dimmi di più, has too many syllables, and it would not be suited to the verse. On the contrary, in the Italian subtitles, we read the literal translation.
I got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control. 'Cause the power you're supplying, it's electrifying.
This is the song where Sandy meets Danny after she has changed her look and her behavior. In the Italian version, the sense of the chorus has changed. Tu sei fatto per me is not You're the One That I Want. since in Italian Sandy affirms that Danny could be the perfect boyfriend for her. This doesn't mean that she wants him. On the contrary, in Italian subtitles, it was literally translated with "sei tu ciò che voglio." In the first stanza, Danny admits to be surprised to see Sandy dressed in that way. The first verse has an immediate effect, both in English and in Italian. I got chills, they're multiplying. It's translated with "tu così mi mozzi il fiato." You take my breath away. Chills is a word that cannot be translated effectively into Italian. It can be translated with the word brividi, but it is not the same. And I'm losing control was translated with "sei già dentro di me." The two sentences are completely different. In English, Danny says he is losing control for Sandy, while in the Italian version, he says he has already fallen in love. In the Italian chorus, the word honey was not translated to maintain the musicality of the verse. In Italian subtitles, it was literally translated with the term dolcezza. If we compare the first stanza that was translated for the theater with the one for the subtitles, we immediately notice a great difference. Subtitles were almost literally translated. This is the last song in both the stage and the movie version. When we listen to it for the first time, it seems to be a senseless song for inarticulate sounds. They are the typical syllables of the 50s, the age of rock and roll. The verse belongs to the song of Little Richard Tutti Frutti of 1958. They were not transcribed in order to facilitate the legibility of the subtitles, and because they are famous all over the world, so they are untranslatable. At the end of this work of Thesis, it is necessary to affirm that understanding the meaning of a text is not enough to translate it. The translator has to understand the function of a text. Words have their semantic importance, but in lyrics translation, music and all its elements are more important than words. Translators often change the meaning of a sentence in order to keep the same rhymes and syllables.